Hello, welcome to the Weather Channel, where it's raining and then tomorrow it's going to be sunny and 51, and Sunday it's going to be 8 inches of snow. Welcome back to another part of the single turbo Rb26 build. Obviously, we're pretty much rounded up on this. Today, I've got a set of my AEM gauges, a boost oil pressure and wideband I'm going to install, and then I'm going to get my oil catch can put on. I'm gonna have to do something with these fittings though, because I just got the factory ones out of there and these don't really sit in there all too tight. So I'm probably gonna have to use some epoxy or something. Ignore this. This was just a slap together to get it to run and drive. Those welds are awful. I get it. I'm gonna be removing these Autometer C2 gauges. They're good. I just don't like blue, and I'm trying to revert back to the way it used to be, and I'm gonna put my gauges back on the pillar. I know a lot of people don't really like that, but that's just the way it's gonna be because that's how the Jay-Z car was. I've just picked this freaking LED light up. This thing is amazing. You guys have seen this in a lot of my videos. Picked this thing up at Wally World, and you know, I can't even see now, but I think it's got 9 LEDs in it. So today is Thursday, so Black Friday. I just got this thing at Menards. I don't know if any, but a lot of people, I mean, I guess everybody's all over the world that watches me, but this thing I just picked up for 20 bucks, and I don't even know how many LEDs it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not counting. I don't want to multiply. Anyways, okay, so that's how bright that is. And yeah, so holy crap, it's like a freaking sun, man. I wasn't really expecting it to be a light source from the heavens. Okay, so let's just get right into this. Okay, so I'm gonna try to clean this area up a little bit. I've got all these sensors and everything I need to remove, and all these lines, take them all off. A lot of these sensors are part of the gauges inside the car. Not all too sure where I'm gonna put this. There we go. Set it up in my cage. Oh yeah, we're good. Time to start the disassembly so I can put this back to the way it was from the factory. Okay, so I'm planning on putting my fuse box under the airbag. That doesn't really exist anymore, you know, because it's gone, and because race car. So obviously my fuse box is already under the dash. For those of you wanting to know how to do this, it's actually pretty simple. I didn't do this in the last car. I literally put my fuse box under the fender, down under the intercooler pipe, behind the intercooler. Once you swap a car and you leave like all the stuff, basically my car is like full fucking race car at this point, but there's plenty of things that you don't need anymore. So a lot of these fuses and the relays and stuff are kind of just pointless. Like so these two I believe I will still need, obviously, because my radiator fans do kick on from the ECU, and I've got a fail switch that I can just turn it on and off. These two are for ABS, so they're just not needed. Obviously looking at this, got AC compressor, the fog lights. So I'm not really too sure what FR fog means. I'm assuming that means defrost, so probably keep that one. Anyways, I'm gonna stop filming for a second here until I gather my marbles and figure out what I'm gonna do, and then I'll pull the camera back up. So I've decided I've just removed the fuses and the blocks completely from the housing, and I'm going to go ahead and just start separating what I can from these and pulling them out. Just kind of bringing them down to size so that way I can pull them up underneath the glove box, because I want to put everything back together and I want everything out of the way. I want it to be a little bit more clean than the last car, so everything is going to be so much different. I'm gonna have all the things ran, and then I'm gonna run my HVAC and everything back through. I'm gonna have to poke a hole through that grommet up there, as much as I don't want to. Alright, bringing the updates to you like some random dude on Facebook that takes 10 days to give you a tracking number. So, okay, I literally have stripped most of these down. I got just the basics here, and I have them just kind of sitting in here. I'll probably zip tie them to something, probably one of the holes that the airbag was bolted to. The camera killed over on me yesterday, but you didn't really miss out on anything as I spent like 3 hours trying to get the blend door part of the HVAC in. Yeah, I had to break a bunch of parts off of that because I did not want to take the dash out. I have managed to get my stuff ghetto slapped in the airbag compartment. Yeah, this is just terrible. I don't really like it, but it does what it's supposed to, so... Small update. So I failed to forget that there is literally so much to put in the dash. So it wasn't going to fit in the glove box, so I decided to put it up in with the fuse box, and it actually fits really well. Once it's all done, it'll be kind of tucked down in there. It'll be on top of the blower motor box, so it'll be pretty well tucked away, and then I'll have my glove box for my stuff, you know. It's pretty much well cleaned up, so my ECU is pretty tucked in there. ECU is deep inside the dash. Can't even see it. Seeing how that is finished, I'm going to take this guy and seal it away. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Look at that. It is finished. No more. Time to install my gauges now that the HVAC and everything is finished. I got my gauges set up the way I kind of want them to be. This is, you know, it's how the other S14 was for these gauges in particular. I don't really like triple gauge pod because the other one just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of like it a dual pod. I got this oil pressure gauge. I think I'm going to modify this. I just bought this random thing. I don't exactly know what I want to do with it, but I'm probably going to modify it to fit on the cover here. I don't know what I really want to do with it, but the next project here is to run the wiring for the gauges, to run it up underneath the dash and to the gauges themselves. Okay, everything's ran. I got all the cords ran through the side of the dash. I still have no idea what I want to do with the oil pressure. So here we go. My battery's been retarded, so... Yay! My AEM family. This wide van's kind of old. I don't know if it's because it's old, that's why it's dimmer than the rest, but at least it works. So hopefully that's the only reason, the only problem that's got here. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of my vents and everything back in. And I'm thinking maybe I might put this gauge down in here, because I won't have a stereo for a while, and it'll be kind of out of the way. Woo! She's back! Okay. Let's listen to this baby. Oh my god, it is literally looking like my car now. Okay, here we go. I'll never get used to that fuel pump. Oh! Okay, so we've got my pressure sensor for my gauge. Now, it's only a 35-pound gauge, so I'm not even entirely sure if I'm going to need more than that. I mean, this is 67, 65, so, I mean, you know. Okay, so I'll have vacuum line running through the firewall. This vacuum line is actually going to the ECU, and it is obviously in the dash, like you guys just saw. Just tucked up in there nicely. Probably gonna flop around and break everything, but you know, it's a 240. That's what they do. And this one is to my oil pressure sensor, so I have to run this through the firewall. This freaking thing is long as hell. Okay, so if you're trying to get something through a firewall and you can't really see like into the engine bay or anywhere because everything's in the way, because you just made a mistake and put your HVAC back in before you ran everything, normally you're not going to be in this situation like I am. But if you're trying to run stuff through the firewall and you can't really reach it, what I've done is I've ran something in so that, because I can, you know, obviously it's easier to run something in and then pull it down from the bottom instead of trying to run it out. Whatever you're trying to run out, zip tie it or do whatever you want to do, tie it to the whatever that you ran in, and then just go into the engine bay. I mean, this is going to be, it's going to seem pretty obvious, but if you just go ahead and pull this, it'll come out with it, see? Oh, you might not be able to see this. Hold on. If you just pull this, it'll just come right out with it, so you don't have to deal with that. So yeah, that's pretty decent, right? Yeah, just don't ever have to fight it. I gotta show this at least 20 times in a video. Is my autofocus not on? Oh, my autofocus wasn't on. Okay. Don't really think I need to film me installing vacuum lines and such like that. So, yeah, I've done installed my gauges, ran the vacuum lines. It's literally like 8 degrees in here, so I don't think I'm going to do much more. Probably can't see my breath, but I've been slacking lately because it's cold outside and there's not really much I can do. It's dark right now, so I can't really show you, but there's like a foot of snow on the ground. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, I really don't care. Thanks for the view. You're a really good supporter. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.